All right.
Man.
Yeah. Ready to roll?
Yeah, I'm ready, JR. Let's do this thing. All right. Welcome. Process Preparation Performance, mohsfootball.com. We are extremely happy to welcome Zach Mitchell. He's going to talk about the 2020 Missouri Helmet Challenge, talk about the matchups, talk about the brackets, talk about voting, talk about how it's going to work. You want your helmet to be the best helmet in the state of Missouri? Well, you're going to have to learn how to vote, and Zach's going to tell you. But first, JR and I need to say thank you. About 6 weeks or so, JR, I don't know, whenever this quarantine mess started, one night we had a text exchange, and I'm like, JR, let's start a podcast. We can't go to clinics. We can't reach out. We can't go on college visits. Let's just start something and see where it goes. JR, we at this point have 21 episodes of podcasts to release. We haven't released all of them yet. One's going to come out as soon as this presentation is done, as soon as this live event is done. But 21, JR, and we've talked to people all over the U.S. and internationally. We're going to have some guests starting tonight. We have got people listening from all over the U.S. and internationally. Norway, Sweden. I don't know what you're doing over there, but you must like high school football, so I love you for that. JR, tell people the lineup that we have coming out in the next coming weeks.
So today, when we're done, we're going to release Tony Holler's Feed the Cats fame. We're going to release his podcast at 3:30, so that'll be out. We've got Shane Meyer coming up, who's the director of football operations at Tulane. We got Tobias Gibson, who is a D-line coach at Westminster College up here in Fulton. We got Tori Schoonover, who's the on-campus or the on-site director of recruiting at Mizzou. I think the one everybody's really waiting for is we had Brian Kula on, who is Christian McCaffrey's trainer. We talked to him. He talked to us. He wants to release it at a date here in the near future. He'll let us know when that is. And then we also had a guy on who was really interesting from Sports Source Analytics, which is the sole provider of analytics to the College Football Playoff Committee. His name's Stephen Prather, so that'll be coming up. So we've got a lot of good guests that definitely we're going to be putting out here soon. So, but I think everybody's probably ready to get to the main reason here. So we do appreciate it. We're over about 800 listens on the podcast. So please keep listening. Go over to iTunes, give us a rating. If you got suggestions, drop us a line, and we'll probably have we're going to have a pretty big announcement coming out this week too. So we'll just keep everybody in suspense for that.
Awesome. I love that. I love it. Zach, are you ready?
Yeah, man. I'm ready to roll.
JR, right. Put that screen on and let's show people what's up.
Okay, let's do it. If I can get it on here without breaking everything in here. Hopefully this works.
First of all, thanks to you guys for helping me put this together. Appreciate it. And being willing to host this. I know I kind of dropped it on you without much notice, so I appreciate you having me on and setting all this up, man. It's awesome. So just to give people a little bit of a heads up in terms of how we put this together, JR actually helped me put this together. Decided to split it up into 4 regions based on geography. Obviously, it didn't work perfect, so you'll see a few of the brackets. It might look kind of silly as far as, well, that's not really, in the northwest part of the state, but we did the best we could, and I think I'm glad we did it that way, man. I'm really excited about some of these matchups. I think you're going to see a lot of voter turnout, so I'm pretty excited for it.
All right, ready to roll?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Here we go. If I can get it to go. Go. There.
All right. So first region we got is the Arrowhead region. So obviously a lot of schools in the northwest part of the state. So first matchup we've got Hogan Prep versus Stanbury. Excited for that one right off the bat. Stanbury's got a good looking helmet. Hogan Prep, coach is pumped. He's ready to go. Winner of that one will move on to the second round to take on Central out of St. Joseph. Before I keep going with this too, matchups were completely random, 100%. So we just kind of figured it out as we went. And when I say they were random, not random like my seating charts for my students are random. They were actually random. So pretty excited about this one. You got Pattonsburg and Van Horn will take each other on in the second round there. And then Oak Park, Pembroke Hill. Winner of that one goes on Lathrop. How do you say that?
Probably Lathrop.
Lathrop, good call. Staley already there in the second round, got the bye. And then you've got Albany versus Southwest Livingston. We'll take on Staley. Then you got a little bit lower, Liberty North taking on Park Hill, a couple of big schools, so that'll be a lot of fun. Winner of that one goes to play Lexington. Second round, King City will take on Norborn with Hardin Central. And then Lincoln College Prep versus Central in that first round. They'll take on North Andrew in the second round. And then Liberty KC, you can see got the first round bye. And Ruskin will take on Richmond in the first round to take on Liberty KC. So a lot of really cool matchups. And you can see down the road some possibilities for some really cool rivalries too that pop up. So excited about this one. Lincoln College Prep got a ton of love from people on social media. So could be one to watch out for there. Moving on to our second region, the Gateway region. So a lot of schools from the St. Louis and south of St. Louis area. First matchup at the top, you got Jackson versus Live for Life Academy. Jackson, couple of helmets, so they decided they wanted to submit their black helmet, which is a good looking helmet. So they'll be taking on Live for Life. Winner of that one to play St. Vincent. Underneath that, getting byes, Farmington and Riverview Gardens will take on each other in the second round. Underneath them, Bishop DeBerg got a first round bye. Northwest Cedar Hill versus Valley Catholic, which I'm really looking forward to. Two really strong fan bases there, so that should be a lot of fun. Underneath them, Rockwood Summit with the bye. Then my very own Parkway South Patriots taking on East Prairie in the first round, with the winner going on to play Rockwood Summit. Underneath that, Jefferson out of Festus got a first round bye. Roosevelt and St. John Vianney, really cool matchup. Two St. Louis schools. That should be a lot of fun. Winner of that one goes on to take on Jefferson. Fox and Sykeston will square off in the second round. They both got byes. You've got Perryville and John Burroughs, which could be another cool one. Winner of that one takes on Carnahan in the second round. And then underneath that, you got Marquette and McClure. A couple of really good looking helmets there, so that should be cool. Winner of that one takes on St. Clair in the second round. In the next region, you got the Mississippi River region, which consists of mostly schools from kind of the northeast part of the state, and we had to put in a few St. Louis schools in there as well, just to kind of balance out the numbers. Bowling Green gets the first round bye. Slater will be taking on Christian out of O'Fallon. Slater, obviously, a little bit farther to the west, but that was how we had to work out the numbers, so should be pretty cool though. Under that, we got in the second round, Wentzville Holt taking on Kirksville. Then in the first round, Columbia Hickman versus Zumwalt South, and the winner of that one goes to take on Boonville. Boonville with, again, a lot of supports on Twitter for their helmet. It's pretty cool. Hazelwood East and Scotland County going against each other in the first round. Winner of that one goes on to take on Mexico. Underneath them, North Shelby and Knox County in the first round, taking on Lutheran North, the Crusaders in the second round. Under that, you've got Chillicothe and Centralia, both getting first round byes. They'll see each other in the second round. Then under that, an all GAC matchup, Troy Buchanan taking on Wentzville Timberland. Winner of that one goes on to take on Moberly. And then the last matchup in the first round, you got Rockbridge and Warrenton, which should be pretty cool. And the winner of that one takes on DeSmet. So a lot of good matchups there. And again, just looking at some of the possibilities of second, third round matchups, really like that region. So that one should be pretty cool. And then into the last region, the Ozark region. First matchup, defending Class 5 champs Carthage, taking on Cornerstone Spartans, which is pretty cool. I actually got a chance to talk to their coach a little bit, because initially I thought Cornerstone Spartans was like a youth team or something like that. But it's actually the only non-Misha school in here that they provide football for kids who are homeschooled. So I thought that was pretty cool. So we got them in there. They're out of Joplin. So
Nice.
Excited to see how they do. That could be pretty cool. Winner of them goes to face El Dorado Springs. And underneath that, second round, getting byes, Hollister and Marshfield will go again in the second round. Eldon and Raytown in the first round. Winner of that one goes on to take on Joplin. Underneath that, you got Branson and Drexel. Winner to play Osceola. Osceola got in last minute. In fact, I think Osceola might have actually created a Twitter account just to submit their helmet, which is pretty cool. And that helmet is awesome. It's a good-looking helmet. So
Nice.
I'm pulling for Osceola and all 5 of their followers. I think that could be pretty cool storyline. South Callaway and, oh, God, yeah, I think we talked about this one the other day. Chillowy? We'll go with
We'll
Chillowy.
go with it.
We'll
Sorry
go
that
with
we butchered your name if
Yeah.
you're listening.
It's all good. It's a cool helmet too. Winner of that one taking on Blue Springs South. And then with first round buys, you got Camdenton and Windsor taking each other on in the second round. Helias and McDonald County, like McDonald counties a lot. That one could be pretty cool. And going against Helias will be a tough test for them, but it'll be a lot of fun. And then the winner of that one goes on to take on Webb City. And then you can see at the bottom, you got Jeff City and Grain Valley, both with first round buys taking each other on the second round. So another one that you can see, man, some possible matchups there that could be a lot of fun, could get pretty heated. So I'm pretty excited for it. And then you want to go to the last slide, the voting dates for this. I'll keep posting this on Twitter and giving everybody updates, but basically it's going to go exactly like the NCAA tournament. So the Arrowhead and the Gateway regions, round 1 will start tomorrow. I will post all of the matchups on Twitter starting at around 3 o'clock. Not the first state to do this. I actually got on board with Illinois, Wisconsin, Nebraska, Iowa, a couple other states that are doing this. And one of the things they told me to mention is I'll start posting them at 3 o'clock. It may take me a minute to get all of them up there. But basically, you'll see all the matchups come out at 3. It'll be 24 hours to vote. And the way Twitter has it set up is just you get 1 vote. So as soon as you click on which helmet you like the best, which one you want to win that matchup, then that's it from there. And then the next day, it'll close, and then Twitter automatically determines the winner. The really interesting thing that I don't think I've seen in any of the other state tournaments is what happens if it's 50-50 split right down the middle in terms of votes. From what I understand, Twitter picks the winner in that case. I'll have to look into that, but I don't think I'll have any say over that. So Arrowhead and Gateway tomorrow, and then their round 2 will be Wednesday. Mississippi River Region and Ozark Region, round 1 will be Tuesday, and then round 2 will start on Thursday. And I'll just kind of keep updating the brackets and updating the dates on when the next rounds are going out. So I'm pretty excited for it. It's been really fun following along with some of the other states that are doing it. Really fun checking out even Illinois. You think all the big schools are going to have an advantage, but Illinois' champion is like a school of like 400 or 500 kids or something like that. I mean, it's a super small school, and they made it all the way to the championship. So I'm pretty excited for it. I'm pretty excited to see coaches rallying the troops and getting graphics put out, and some pretty cool ones that I think are going to be awesome. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, this looks really awesome, Zach. Great job to you and JR for putting it together. The winner's going to get this mini helmet. But JR, what we need to do based on the time between the rounds, when we get down to those final 4, whatever Zach wants to do, let's bring them back on another live episode. Let them show their helmets off. Big time, full spectrum right there, up close so everybody could see them. And talk about their helmet a little bit, talk about the design, maybe if they have something special, why they have 3 stripes, why they have whatever. There's some big time matchups in there, but you're going to come back on if you make it to the final 4 or Elite 8 or whatever we decide. You're going to come back on. We're going to let you plead your case to everybody. You can see if you can't get some more votes that way. Consider it like a helmet debate. It is an election year, I think. So whether you lean left or move right, whatever it may be, you got to love these beautiful helmets. So Zach, JR, nice job. What are we missing, JR?
If anybody wants to see the full range of helmets, they are over on our website, mohsfootball.com. Just click on Missouri Helmet Challenge. We got everything up there. You can see them a little bit larger than what I had on the graphics there. But other than that, go vote. Just go vote. Zach, fantastic job. This is going to be a lot of fun for sure.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Quick poll out of the 3 of us. Zach, who's your favorite?
Ooh, you know what? I was actually talking with some other guys about this today. Oh, no, man, Boonville's is pretty cool, and they got a lot of support when they first started pushing theirs out. So it's so hard to say. A lot of cool looking helmets, but a lot of it comes down to who's going to push the hardest. So
Right.
yeah, we'll see.
Right. JR, you got to vote?
Boonville's is nice, but it would be very, very hard for me to go against the JC helmet.
There you go. There you go. I'm going to hold my vote. I'm going to hold my vote.
Oh, come on.
Question. I'm going to hold my vote. But there was two that are going to match up. They're going to match up in the first round, and those are two pretty slick helmets. We're going to see how it goes. I'll tell you one of them that, well, you'll know the matchup then. The McClure Comet helmet is a pretty nice helmet.
Mhm.
That's a pretty nice helmet. So for the Missouri Helmet Challenge, for process preparation and performance, for Coach Mitchell, Coach Simmons,